Okay, so today is March 6th. I will be doing a video recap like I normally do, but I'm going to make this a little longer. I'm going to try to upload it to YouTube, so if you only see half of the video, I'm sorry. Maybe I'll break it up and put the other half lower below because I have a lot of news to cover. Hopefully if somebody at Google is able to give me a better account, which gives me more access and gives me more time, that's great. Obviously the iTunes version or the raw version will be in its full length in one piece. Anyway, so I have a lot of news to cover. My name again is Barry Schwartz. This is the Search Buzz video recap. Today is March 6th, and this is the news we covered over at the Search Roundtable at seroundtable.com. And we'll get started right after this brief break. I'll make quick. Google seems to have done some type of PageRank update. I'm not exactly sure what it was. We have a report on it on March 2nd. People usually care about these things. I don't. So if you want more information with links to threads and stuff like that, check it out at March 2nd at seroundtable.com. Do you remember last week where we talked about a thread we saw at Webmaster World where it seemed that Google was giving big brands a push for certain types of keywords? So Aaron Wall chimed in as well. A bunch of different people chimed in and about this what we call brand push, and they showed statistics showing how Google seems to, for certain keywords, specifically more generic keywords, was showing more brands, like big names, up in the search results at the top, and the search results drastically changed for those types of keywords. So Matt Cutts over at Google, web spam team, search quality team, did a video on I think Wednesday afternoon or so, or Thursday afternoon, and he talked about this. What he titled is Google putting more weight on brands in the rankings in the search results. So Matt Cutts, if you want to take a look at the video, we have a post on March 5th, which links to the video. Just go to seroundtable.com, click on the archives, and click on March 5th. You'll be able to see it. And in this video, Matt basically explains why people might be seeing this. So he goes ahead and talks about this change called the Vince change, which was named that because a guy named Vince actually worked mostly on this change. And he says this change he would not consider an update because it's not a major change in terms of the algorithm, but he says it's a minor change. All right, semantic, whatever it is, these are words. Obviously, Aaron Wall, these people at Webmaster World, and all these different types of people out there, SEO specifically, mostly in webmasters, noticed major changes at Google for these big brand pushes. It seemed to be very major. It changed around some big keywords at Google, in the Google search results, and it made a drastic change to those search results. Matt says obviously searchers don't notice. I'm sure searchers don't notice that much, but it was a major change for some big keywords at Google, for big keywords at Google. Not the long tail keywords, but the big keywords, the big, more generic keywords. That being said, Google, Matt Cutts said it's not really about brands. They don't think about it as brands. He said they look at it more as in trust. He used words like trust, quality, PageRank, the value of the page, stuff like that. They're looking more about the value of that site, the value that it provides to the searcher using their, trust algorithms, whatever those might be. Obviously, PageRank is involved in there. They have trust sliders or whatever it might be. And he discussed this over and over again about the value that these big brands might be considered more trustworthy or more valuable than the smaller brands. So obviously, this got into a big debate at the different forums saying, why is a bigger brand more trustworthy than a smaller brand? I know, in my case, Rusty Brick, we are extremely honest and we are very trustworthy, and our clients love us for that. But why would a company like a larger web development shop, a bigger brand like, agency.com, be more trustworthy when they might not be as honest and trusting to their clients as we are, Rusty Brick? I'm not saying agencies, they're probably very trustworthy. I don't know. I'm just giving some random example. That being said, that's the big debate. What makes them more trustworthy? And obviously links, the quality of those links, what's pointing to those sites, in Google's eyes, makes a site more trustworthy. And it's not just about links, obviously. There's a lot of other metrics they're using. So that's probably as traffic and stuff like that. But being bigger, having larger budgets, does that actually make for a more trustworthy brand? Should that equate to Google ranking those sites better because they have more links, they have more quality links? They're not as well known? Not necessarily. I guess it really depends on how you define trust and quality. So obviously, sites. Obviously, Matt's saying, build the best site you can, become that number one resource out there, and then you too will be in those top rankings. But obviously, as you can see, a lot of people have complaints, about it, and about how Google's doing this. And for some very generic keywords, this makes a major impact on some of the smaller players who are trying to compete with the bigger brands. So there's lots of discussion on this at Spin, at Webmaster World, and dozens of forums out there. If you need links to all this stuff and to Matt's video, just go to seroundtable.com, click on the archives, then click on March 5th, and you'll be able to get that. Thursday night, last night, there was a story over at Huffington Post about a guy, an AdSense publisher, who sued Google and actually won. Let me summarize the story. It's great. It's really funny, and I think it's just great. So basically, this guy, I think his name was Aaron Greenspan. He had a website. He tried advertising with AdWords. Didn't work out, so he stopped. But then he had a page that was getting a lot of traffic, so he decided to start up with AdSense. He put the ads on AdSense, and then all of a sudden, like many publishers that we see all the time in the forums, his account was terminated. We see this all the time. Accounts are terminated for lots of different reasons, but typically Google doesn't give explicit reasons. They if it's something that they think is a reason for terminating, they terminate the account, and they say very generic things like, in this guy's case, Google told him that his account or his AdSense program posed a significant risk to our AdWords advertisers. So basically, Google said they didn't like what he was doing. But at the same time, this guy had earned, according to his AdSense report, $721 from the clicks he accrued on his AdSense stuff. So over time, he tried going to the Webmaster forum, to the AdSense help forums, posting threads saying, "I need help. Why am I not allowed to? Why am I not getting paid? Why was my AdSense account terminated?" And he also tried calling Google. He tried reaching to Google's lawyers, and he just didn't get anywhere. So he decided one day to actually file a suit in small claims court against Google. He did that on January 15th. He went to the Santa Clara County Courthouse in Palo Alto, which is obviously within the same district as Google, and he filed a small claims lawsuit against Google for $721. The thing cost him $40 to file, and he went ahead and did that. So lawyers are not allowed to go to small claims court, so Google actually sent a paralegal instead. Turned out the guy, so he went to pleaded his case. He basically asked, he basically said, "Why would Google terminate me?" He went through all the things, and he said they never gave me a reason. All they said was that that the publisher, him, actually poses a significant risk to advertisers. So he went through his case, he showed his site, he did all this stuff, and Google's argument was they could go ahead and terminate anybody for any reason they want. But when the judge asked, or when the plaintiff asked the defendant, Google, when the plaintiff asked the defendant, Google, why was I terminated, they were not able to answer because AdSense didn't give this paralegal the information. So back and forth it went, and finally the judge went ahead and ruled in the benefit of the actual plaintiff, the publisher, saying, let me find the quote here. So the judge said, "I don't think I have the power here in Palo Alto Small Claims Court to make you, Google, reinstate his account, but I think you owe this young man $721. He went on to say, "I think there might be money in Google's treasury for that." Basically saying Google has enough money to pay the guy $721 and be done with it. Obviously, that leaves Google open to a lot of these little small claim courts, because all I see in the AdSense forums, dozens and dozens of threads every single day. Why was I terminated? It's not fair. Please get back to me, etc., etc. And this seems to be the only one who actually went ahead and tried to sue for it, for the earnings. And in total, he got $761, the $721 plus the $40 court fees from Google. A pretty interesting story. Again, it's at Huffington Post. We have our post at March 6th, linking to the Huffington Post story if you want to read it yourself. And we have some commentary about that. And you can even check out his original post in the Google AdSense forum, which we linked to as well on March 6, 2009 at seroundtable.com. Please note the remainder of this clip has been clipped off. Check out seroundtable.com for more information.